Once upon a time, there was a salesman. One day, he opened his shop early in the morning and found a dead man. He was afraid to be arrested, so he left, abandoning his wife and 3 sons. Having arrived in another land, he looked for a job, but didn't find any. Finally, he heard of someone who was looking for a servant. Finding nothing better, he said,
Let's go.
That person was Solomon. He was a prophet, and all the inhabitants went to him to ask for his advice. The salesman became his servant, and he loved him. And Solomon loved him too, so he remained there for 20 years. After 20 years, knowing nothing about his family, he wanted to see his family again. He said to his master,
My master, I decide to visit my family. Let's see my salary and then I leave.
Since 20 years that he was working there, he never accepted any money. Solomon calculated his salary. It was 300 shields, and he gave it to him. As the servant left and was at the bottom of the stairs, Solomon called out to him,
Everybody comes here to take some counsel from me. And you live in this way?
How much for counsel?
100 shields.
The servant thought about it, came back up, and gave his master 100 shields.
Give me some advice.
And Solomon said,
Don't leave the old way for the new way.
Then Solomon gave him a second advice.
Whatever you see, whatever you hear, don't speak.
Then another advice.
Don't get angry so easily. Think first, then respond.
Hey, that's all? For this I paid 100 shields?
And in the end, he gave him flat bread, saying,
Don't eat it now, but in your house with your family.
The man started to walk, but he didn't remember the way back to his land. He asked for some information from a man who told him a totally different way. Before leaving, he remembered the advice of Solomon.
He who leaves the old way for a new one knows what he leaves but doesn't know what he will find.
And so, he continued that way and did good. It was the evening, and he asked to be hosted at a man's home. The owner of the house invited him to have dinner with him, and while they were eating, he took some bread and some water, opened a wardrobe, and gave it all to a very skinny woman with white skin like a dead person who was locked inside there. The servant was about to defend that woman, but remember Solomon's second counsel.
Whatever you see, whatever you hear, don't speak.
And was silent. The morning after, when he was about to restart the trip, the owner of the house said,
You are the only one to leave this house alive. Everybody wants to defend that woman and ends up dead. You instead were silent, so you can go now.
The servant finally found his way back, arrived at his house, and from far saw his wife with a priest. He was really angry because he thought that his wife had betrayed him, but remembered Solomon's third counsel.
Don't get angry so easily. Think first, then respond.
He calmed down and he came closer to his house. He was received with great joy from everyone. The priest was his son. They asked him, He was received with great joy from everyone. The priest was his son. They asked him,
What did you bring?
Nothing, my dear friends. Only a flat bread that Solomon told me to eat with you.
They got ready to eat, cut the flat bread, and from this, a lot of gold coins sprung out, the same amount that he saved and that Solomon wanted to give him back. So they lived happily ever after.